Hello everybody, Preston Bear here. We're at Market on South.
And we are going back to Dixie Dharma,
Yes.
which we haven't been to since we went to Tampa.
Yes, we've been saying we were going to come back here, now it's time. So it's time to go gorge yourself on plant-based deliciousness.
Best mac and cheese ever.
Yep, so we're going to head inside.
Sure to subscribe.
Go ahead, girl.
Here we have the bag of stuff. One item. This is Buffalo Mac and Cheese. Next item. Cornbread, I think. Jalapeno cornbread. All right, next item. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was gonna be this small. This is my holiday dog. Now I kind of wish I'd ordered more food. It's okay though, we got lots of food. Here we have the Creole Grits and the Cheezy Homies. Look at that goodness right there. It smells amazing. Oh, this is Bear's Beyond Burger. Very large in the box. You can really smell the onions coming off of it. And lastly, we got a fried chicken box, which is basically like a KFC box with fried chicken pieces and a biscuit and some mashed potatoes. Dixie Dharma. Figure I'd start with my holiday hot dog. It's a cute little hot dog. It's got some crisped onions in there, some cranberry. There's a tiny little hot dog in there. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Just barely.
Maybe this side you can see a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's fairly small in size. The hot dog tastes like your standard vegan hot dog. It's pretty delicious. I don't think Bear's gonna like it because he doesn't like the taste of hot dog, and it tastes just like one of those classic old school hot dogs. The cranberry really sets it off. I would have never put cranberry sauce on a hot dog, but it goes together really well. You have a nice classic bun too. So overall, this is a really good, really elevated hot dog. But that's all it is really, is a basic hot dog. So don't go with like high expectations, expecting the world with a hot dog. This is really good. I'm kind of want to try their chili cheese dogs now.
So this little baby hot dog. I like that it's a personal size hot dog and not some massive, ridiculously long theme park hot dog. Normalize letting things be normal size. This is a lot like a non-plant-based hot dog. The cranberry and the crispy onions kind of add a lot. Sort of making it like its own thing. I love like how soft the bun was. I wish it was a little bit more toasted. It is a little toasted, but it's still a bit soft. With all the consistency in there, I think that would just help sort of bring everything together. But the flavors are good. I like that. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Next we have fried chicken. I'm gonna take, you can't really tell on the small piece, but on these bigger pieces you can kind of see they put like an agave type syrup on it. So it's like a honey style chicken. I'm gonna take a little one here though. It's got the sauce on it. It's got like the cinnamon taste to it. There's a kick to it. This looks like chicken. It tastes like chicken. It has the consistency of chicken. This is like the best fried chicken I think I've ever had. So good, so crisp. Way better than anything that a KFC or anything like that has to offer. So good.
Plant-based fried chicken. It's always a mixed bag. Just taking a look at it. Looks like they got the skin right. It just looks like little nuggets of fried chicken. Yeah, it doesn't have the fried chicken shape, obviously. I imagine for plant-based food, it's kind of hard to maintain, but that skin, though, that just looks like something that you would peel off and eat on its own. You'd be really hard pressed to tell me that's not somebody's bones chicken. With the spices and that sweet sauce, this right here will be anything you can give me at Popeyes. That's a 5 out of 5 plus for me. That is amazing. Like that'd be one of those things where I have to send back if I saw the apprentice eat it, because I'm not sure if that would actually be plant-based. We've eaten a Dixie Dharma before, so obviously we know that, but it is extremely convincing as far as consistency, spice, and flavor.
Moving down the line on this beautiful tray of food, we have this delectable looking biscuit, which has the same type of like agave syrup on it as the chicken. There's some scallions and whatnot on top. It almost looks like there's some cheddar on the top too. It's very dense. It's very crisp. It's very sweet. There's rosemary in here. This is a very well done biscuit. The biscuit totally reminds me of Willie's Shake Shack. Willie's Shake Shack? Willie's Chicken Shack in New Orleans. They also have delicious biscuits. Though not vegan, I ate them before I was vegan.
As for this biscuit, that is a biscuit only your mother could love. Put this cheesy goodness on top. Ooh. Big bite. Maybe too big a bite. I'm sure the princess will throw shade about that later. The scallions are a bit much for me. The biscuit itself is good. The scallion flavor is really strong. The cheese is subtle, but it's there. I like that. 3.5 out of 5 claws.
Finally, on this plate, we have these beautiful cheesy mashed potatoes with some scallions on top. I feel like if you ate some of these potatoes with the chicken, it would be really good. They've got skin in, so I mean, you know, they're freshly made and they're not instant. They're like garlic herbed with this cheese on top. It's so good. So you have to just get yourself a little bit of the mashed potatoes with a little bit of the biscuit and put it all in your mouth with some of the chicken and just taste it all together. It's so good. So good. This is a win. This is a complete win.
For these cheesy mashed potatoes, I'm actually going to dodge some of these scallions since I have scallion breath now. Just dig in here. very strong like herb garlic taste, but it tastes pretty equal to what we make at home. And cashew cheese is, I'd say, really above average. You can taste that it's plant-based, but it's like a high level plant-based cashew cheese. 4 out of 5 claws from potatoes.
This is Bear's Burger. He got a Beyond Burger. It's got, well, Beyond Burger is kind of off a little bit, but he also added tempeh to it. Burger has some pickles and some, I think this is spicy sauce, and then some fried onions. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half. There we go. Look at that beautiful cross section with this nice cabbage and stuff. This is gonna be, I think, a good bite. Just like with most burgers and sandwiches that we've gotten at Dixie Dharma, it's messy. Oh my gosh. So the Beyond patty is mixed. It's a mixed patty that they make in-house. That is super flavorful. This tempeh is amazing. The tempeh is like a soy sauce seasoning. It actually complements the burger pretty well. Standalone, the burger is very delicious. The cabbage with the pickles is good. The fried onions actually brings it all together. I was expecting it to be spicy. It's not. So that was a disappointment, but I'm probably gonna do my best to steal some of this tempeh from Bear because it's really delicious. And I love tempeh. I really love tempeh.
You guys know, if you've seen our little side trip to Daytona here recently to Evolve Vegan Kitchen, then for me, the ultimate ascension of plant-based food is bar food. And so far we're looking at, what, hot dogs, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, biscuits, and now we have a house blend Beyond Burger with tempeh is like a bacon, quote unquote, replacement. This is definitely Southern Indian bar food fusion. Not mad at it. Ooh, that patty is something special. This is something I've always wanted to see Disney do. Because like, you get this Beyond patty, mix it up and make it your own. Like this is like, I'd be interested to know what they have in here, but like this doesn't taste like any Beyond patty that I've ever had. It tastes like something a non-plant-based homemade patty would taste like. With the tempeh, sort of complements it. This slaw and then this cashew cheese sauce with the pickles just blows up in your mouth. It's a bit on the overly sweet side. That's the only downside, I think. But all in all, this is a good burger, and I'd order this again. 4 out of 5 plus.
We also got this cornbread. Now it has this sauce on the top of it. I'm a little scared of the sauce, so I'm gonna go for a piece over here that's not saucy. It's brown in the middle, so it must be like a wheat bread. That's quite nice. It's supposed to be jalapeno, I believe. I didn't taste any jalapenos, but without a doubt, that is a cornbread. That is a very moist and delicious cornbread. If we could order, actually you can order like a skillet of it, and I probably should have. I feel like of all these sides, we probably should have ordered like big versions of all of them instead of individual portions, because we're gonna be fighting over all of these sides and all of this food. Neither one of us is gonna wanna share. This is a good plate. This is a very delicious plate. I'm jealous.
As for this cornbread, Princess is right. I will fight somebody for my cornbread. When you've seen life, you understand. Dating myself again. let's just go ahead and take a huge hunk of this with the sauce. Woo! There's the spice. This is good cornbread. I like the flavor. It's a bit salty. And I think a smidge overcooked. But I'd be interested in trying this again. Just based on the flavors that it has. 3 out of 5 plus.
And now we have a glorious plate of side dishes. I suppose I'm going to start with the buffalo mac and cheese. It is a much smaller portion than the original mac and cheese that we got in Tampa. It looks sauced a little bit differently. It's got little celery pieces in it, which is super cute, and then this like vegan ranch. I love how creamy Dixie Dharma's mac and cheese is. Like that looks like legit mac and cheese right there. Whoop. Super creamy. I feel like I just bit into a wing with ranch, and I bit a celery too at the same time. It is so good, and then it has little peppers in it too. I'm pretty sure of, as we've tried now, the original we tried on YouTube, the garlic we tried not on YouTube, and then like this buffalo. Of the 3 that they offer, the buffalo is the best one for sure. But you should get the original just to kind of acclimate yourself. And the garlic is not my jam.
So buffalo mac and cheese. I have come across this weird concoction many times in my life, and I have never been horribly impressed, because when I want mac and cheese, I want the cheesiness of mac and cheese. And buffalo can be kind of overpowering. But let's go ahead and get a good hefty bite of the buffalo sauce, the mac, these little red peppers, and some celery in there. Okay. It tastes like your friendly neighborhood wing joint. Complete with ranch. And a little burn. Baby burn. Not a huge burn, probably like a 3 out of 10 on the spice scale. Enough to get me like, but not enough to start making me tear up at the corners of the eyes though. But that is tasty. Mikey, I think he likes it. It's a good balance. I like it. The peppers are a nice touch. If you have a problem with spice, just avoid the red things. Because those are a huge kick up in the heat when you get a piece of those. But overall, these are pretty good. It's buffalo without being too overpowering. But you still realize that you're eating mac and cheese, but you literally have that buffalo ranch flavor. Really good. 4 out of 5 plus. I would recommend these.
Nextly, we have Cheesy Homies. I've been wanting to try this. It's basically just potatoes with their beer cheese, and then they put hot sauce on it too. So it should be like a really nice spicy comfort food. If I can actually like pick some up. Here we go. This is gonna be a big bite. It might hurt. Wow. The way that, so the potatoes taste like they've been cooked throughout. They're super soft. It almost seems like they were cooked first in a very delicious style of oil, and then finished by like being tossed in the cheese, and then topped with the hot sauce and some scallions on the top. So because they did it that way, I think it balances the spiciness really well. This is a dangerous snack. Like, I could probably order 3 or 4 of these and eat them. So good. I love how much variety they have. Even though we had mashed potatoes, these Cheesy Homies are potatoes, but taste completely different than the mashed potatoes. And sometimes they taste the same, it's just, you know, potatoes a different way. Dixie Dharma totally wins on the potatoes.
Now for these Cheesy Homies, which is a play on a Homestyle cheese potato, but I like the name. Rolling with my homies. All that and some scallion, I like how saucy they are. Like, still firm enough, but everything is covered. Like, you know they layered it. They didn't just glop the sauce on top. Okay. I like the potato. I like the cashew cheese. I wish it was a little bit spicier. The mac and cheese is just a smidge spicier than potatoes. Maybe some of those peppers in here would fix that. But this is still like a decadent comfort food side dish. Like, family size portion of all these will probably put me in a food coma. 3.5 out of 5 claws.
Last, we have Creole Grits. It sounded interesting to me. I love all things New Orleans. I learned to love grits when I moved to the South. So I'm excited to try this. These, I think were made in coconut milk. Wow. It's really salty. Like, salt lick salty. But then there's like a, that Creole spice. It's just coming right here in the front of your throat, which is making it creep up and out my mouth. I feel like I could breathe fire right now. Wow, that is good. It's like initially the bite in your mouth is overly salted, and then it just completely gets overpowered by this wave of heat. Really delicious. Probably my least favorite on this dish, on this tray. I'd probably rank it the Cheesy Homies first, then the Buffalo Mac, then the Creole Grits. But these two are really freaking good. This one I probably wouldn't order again. Overall, I love Dixie Dharma. I love all their offerings, and I can't wait to eat their entire menu.
Now, grits. As a boy that spent most of my summers as a child in Georgia, if you mess up grits, which is extremely hard to do, we will have problems. Let's see how Dixie Dharma does. It's almost like they sprinkled a little bit too much like blackened seasoning on top, which is why it's so spicy, which leaves it tasting really, really salty at the same time because of the salt content in like blackened seasoning. But I see what they're getting at. Maybe if we did better, like mix all this together so it's a bit more evenly spread out. But it is really like salt forward. The heat is there. I would say it's equal, if not to a little bit spicier than the Buffalo Mac. I'd give it like a 4, 4.5, 5 on the heat scale. Nothing that's gonna kill you. You definitely start feeling it in the face, starting to get flush. But of the sides we've had so far, this is probably my least favorite. 2.5 out of 5 plus. It has potential, but it needs work.